Thank you for staying with us. It's time now for us to link up with Eshoma Moimodu and Tijesu Adeoye in our Abuja studio. Good morning, guys. How are you doing?
Good morning,
good morning to you,
Veronica.
Good morning, Eshoma. I hope
And
you're not
happy
planning
Friday.
to go to the United States
Thank
anytime soon.
God it's Friday.
Yeah, thank God it's Friday.
Friday.
Unless the right way.
The right way. Nice. All right, take it away then.
Yeah. Exactly. Let's hit the ground running now. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on the program today. And in the next half hour, our focus will be on the ongoing crisis within Nigeria's major opposition party, the People's Democratic Party. With deepening divisions, leadership tussle, and internal wranglings, it appears the party's unity is under serious threat. The People's Democratic Party, once a dominant force in Nigeria's political landscape, is facing yet another internal crisis. The division within the party has escalated over leadership disputes and zoning controversies, raising concerns about its stability ahead of the 2027 general elections.
However, sources within the party suggest otherwise. Factions loyal to different party heavyweights continue to clash over control of key party structures. Political analysts warn that if unresolved, this crisis could further weaken the PDP's ability to challenge the ruling party in future elections. Although there are feelers that efforts at reconciliation are ongoing, with calls for dialogue among party leaders. Meanwhile, Nigerians are watching closely to see how the crisis unfolds and its implication for the nation's democracy. Kola Ologbondiyan is the former National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, and he joins us now live via Zoom to clarify the crisis in the PDP. Mr. Kola, it's good to have you on the program this morning. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Tijesu. Good morning. And good morning, my dear brother Eshoma.
Good morning. Nice to have you.
Well, let's jump straight into it. It is evident that the PDP is facing a critical period, having seen better days. As a prominent stakeholder and a former member of the National Working Committee, do you agree that the crisis has reached the party's core and, risks tearing it apart? Also, it seems that some leaders, are not only failing to address the issues, they are also feeling the problem.
Well, you have put a convergence of issues together. But let me take it one after the other. And I want to start with the issue of blaming leadership. I think in blaming the leadership, we should be direct. We should know which part of leadership we are talking about. And I will not stop saying this because I have said this in many platforms as well, which is that we cannot continue in sin and expect grace to abound. In as much as the acting national chairman
Can you still hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. In as much that the acting national chairman, Ambassador Illyas Damagum, bluntly refused to revert back to his own position and allowed the North Central to produce the substantive chairman. All forms of illegalities will be built upon his disrespect for the constitution of the party.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, we can still hear you. Continue with your thoughts.
In respect that the PDP can pull itself together and have the enablement to face the challenge of the future, I think a lot depends on the various organs of the party. And luckily for the party, and I say luckily with every intent and purpose, the governors' forum of the party is meeting in Asaba, Delta State today. And I expect, because the organ of the governors' forum has always been instrumental to strong decisions of the party. So it is expected that in one way or the other, they will be able to set up machinery that will resolve the current imbroglio.
Okay, Mr. Kola, I think I may disagree with you a bit in the sense that you said that the acting national chairman is the problem of the party, has refused to leave that position. But that is just one man in your party. You have various organs of your party. You have the board of trustees, you have the NWC. Now, does it mean that those organs that used to be very powerful in the PDP are now powerless? That one man will hold the entire party to ransom? What exactly?
Okay, I'll give you the reason why it appears so, Eshomomo. One, since April last year, well, constitutionally, the party is expected to hold its neck 4 times in a year. It's a quarterly meeting. But since April last year, we have witnessed all forms of postponement of that neck. Well, we don't know. Maybe they acquired that system, or maybe Damagum acquired that system, or learned that system from the ruling party, APC, because they don't have NEC, they don't have board of trustees, they don't do anything. So maybe he has adopted their own methodology. But having said that, he didn't stop at halting the meetings of NEC. He also went to court and sued himself as chairman of the National Working Committee, because the moment he sued the National Working Committee, he has sued himself. He also sued the National Executive Committee. He also sued the Board of Trustees. I'm amazed, I'm surprised why he didn't sue the convention. And in that, he's saying that you cannot do anything. He has handcuffed the party. You can't take any decision, you can't take anything that has to do with me. So even if the organs want to act, they are in court. And until appeal court takes a decision in respect of the matter, the party is held down through the acting national chairman.
So I'm curious to know who is actually the authentic national secretary of the PDP?
Oh, if you follow what the courts have said so far, I will give it to Honorable Sunday Ude Okoye. And I give you the reasons. When Senator Sam Ayawu went to contest election for the governorship of Imo State, the Southeast Geopolitical Zone pulled its leadership together and nominated Sunday Ude Okoye. When Senator Ayawu came back from his election, he came to resume. And the Southeast said that, no, you can't resume. We have nominated a replacement for you. So he went to court to challenge that decision. Ude Okoye also went to court to say the party must recognize him as a national secretary. However, the same court that has the same jurisdiction gave different verdicts. One for Ude Okoye, the other for Sam Ayawu. And these are calls of coordinate jurisdiction, as lawyers will say. But having done that, Senator Ayawu went to the Court of Appeal to appeal the decision that favored Ude Okoye. Unfortunately, he lost at the appeal court. And Ude Okoye presented himself at the party and said, I have come to resume because the Court of Appeal has given me the verdict. And the party, through its National Publicity Secretary, Honorable Barrister Kola Ologbondiyan, said the party has accepted Ude Okoye as the National Secretary. And whatever Ologbondiyan has come out to say is valid because he speaks for the party. So on account of that, Ude Okoye said he has come to resume. Senator Ayawu now went to the Court of Appeal to get a stay of execution on the judgment of the Court of Appeal. So the president of the Court of Appeal brought the matter from Enugu to Abuja and presided over the matter. But she did not grant a stay of execution according to lawyers. What she granted was a status quo and said that she will take a decision on the issue on January 27. So as you and I are speaking now, the status quo has lapsed. But the judgment was not given. So on the face of law, according to lawyers who, since I'm not learned, according to them, according to those who are learned, on the face of the law, the Court of Appeal decision subsists. What is that Court of Appeal decision? The Court of Appeal decision said that Ude Okoye is the substantive National Secretary of the People's Democratic Party.
Now, Mr. Ologbondiyan, let me come back to this issue. The acting national chairman is there, but there are several individuals that, in the eye of the public, seem to be the problem of your party. There is the Bala Mohammed, the governor of Bauchi State's faction. There is the minister Nyesom Wike's faction. And also there is an interest by the governor of Oyo State. Now, in NWC, it's divided. Even the governors forum that will be meeting, they are also divided. So how are you sure that governors forum, just like the BOT could not arrive at a decision, how are you sure the governors forum that is already divided will come up with anything substantial in your party?
Okay. Ashomomo, I will not disagree with you, but let me correct the position. First and foremost, the Board of Trustees took a decision. And the decision they have taken is that in all activities of the Board of Trustees, Senator Ayawu and Ude Okoye should first submit their evidential documents arising from judgments they got in the respective courts to the Board of Trustees. And they considered a committee chaired by former Minister of Special Duties, Tanimu Turaki, SAN, to preside over that committee. But in the interim, they said that both Ayawu and Ude Okoye should stay away from the activities of the Board of Trustees. So that was their decision, and that they are good, and that the Tanimu Turaki SAN committee should report back to the Board of Trustees. That's one decision. When you talk about interest, yes, politics is all about interests. So I agree with you absolutely on the issue of interest. But when you say that the Governors Forum cannot take decision because there's a faction, well, at the close of their meeting today, if they don't come out with a communique, or they cannot even have if they cannot even have a communique, they would then reflect the division that you have spoken about. But as things stand, nobody can stop anybody from having interest in a political party. It's a convergence of interests. So nobody can say that, no, you can't have interest.
Well, there are speculations.
But let us see how it plays out.
There are speculations about a level of external interference in the affairs of the PDP. Some of your members have also alluded to this. The former governor of Kaduna State, Nasiru El-Rufai, who is not a member of your party, says there are internal mercenaries that have been, sponsored and motivated to destroy the party. But how far-reaching is this alleged interference to destabilize a party as big as PDP?
Okay. The former governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, is a member of the All Progressives Congress, is a member of APC. He's in a best position to tell Nigerians how the ruling party is creating divisions in the opposition parties. Not just in the PDP, in all the opposition political parties. It's a fact. It is known. You can say that, oh, okay, point to A or point to B, or place it. That might be difficult on this platform. But it is a fact. And if El-Rufai came out to say it, and as one of the founders, the founder of APC, as a prominent member of the APC, he has an understanding of the nitty-gritty of what is happening within the APC and how the APC and its government are funding opposition so that there will be division. So that there will be division in those parties. So, absolutely, I am in agreement with him. I hold and I believe what he has said to be true. And it is a challenge that even as members of PDP, we are aware of. Because how do you explain a situation in which your national chairman cannot even come out to criticize the government in power or the party? How can you explain a situation in which the chairman of the ruling party, Dr. Omar Ganduje, will come out and say that, oh, we will seize Oyo, we will seize Osun, and the chairman of PDP cannot say that, shut up, you can't say that about our party, or will not allow you to seize those states. So when you say that, oh, people like Makinde has interest, oh, he's entitled to his interest. It's a party. And it is called a party because it's a mix. That's why it is called party. So there will be various interests within the party. So I don't have objection to people having interest.
So
but what's
would
important
you say is
how do we
bigger,
pull the party together so that we can exercise this interest?
Which would you say is a bigger problem fracturing the PDP? Is it Atiku Abubakar's rumored interest in contesting for the presidential ticket of the party, or Nyesom Wike's alleged influence and manipulations in the party?
I don't know which is causing the biggest problem. I cannot say precisely which is causing the biggest problem. And I do not know, because even in this matter, in the recent matter that we are talking about now, which is the issue of even this issue of national secretary, I don't see how Atiku is involved, and I'm not holding brief for him in any way. I am not. But going by my understanding of what's happening in the party, is it that he's supporting Ayahu or that he's supporting Ude Okoye? I can't find that, and I'm not holding brief. I'm speaking realistically. You understand? But
how about Nyesom Wike's alleged interference?
I'm going there. You raised two names. Yes. I've handled one. And even we are doing it in alphabetical order, Atiku will still be number one to talk about. So now about Governor Wike's interference. I am one person who has expressed this in public, that his involvement in the ruling government and the ruling party is a challenge to the People's Democratic Party. Because, like I have said before, and I will say here again, that is, if there is no broken part of the wall, a gecko cannot creep in. And I want to leave it at that.
Okay, let me come back to one insinuation you pushed forward about El-Rufai. You can't prove it. Probably some people will say it's because El-Rufai is falling out of favor with the ruling party. So that is why he's saying all that he's saying, that some people from the ruling party are trying to destabilize. So you can't really go to court with El-Rufai's statement because he's falling out of favor with the ruling party. But let's put that aside. My question now is, 2027 is just around the corner. Some persons have said probably PDP should just prepare for 2031 because the party is not behaving like a party that really want to contest election in 2027. What do you think?
Sure, Momo. Anyway, I will not put aside the issue of El-Rufai. Let me start from there. You know why I will not put it aside? El-Rufai is a prominent member. And I've said that he's one of the founders, if he's not the architect of the APC. And as such, you cannot dismiss his notions. Whether he's falling in love with the power, or he has fallen out of love with the power that is the authority in government, that's an aside issue. But that he still has his foothold in APC at every level, and he knows, and even in the government at every level, and he knows what the activities of the government and the party, we can't wish it away. Now, when you talk about, you see, I was laughing when we were talking about, PDP should just go and prepare for 2031. There's a challenge that I see in the President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. And I'm happy that I'm using this platform to express it.
You just have 5 seconds to wrap that up.
Okay, so as far as the handlers are thinking that they can repress the opposition parties, is a gross error. Since you gave me only 5 seconds, let me stop at this fact that these handlers should find a way of getting the President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to work in the interest of the ordinary Nigerians and leave this issue of saying that they want to repress the opposition.
Thank you so much, Kola Ologbondiyan. It was nice talking to you this morning, and we hope to bring you back again to, finish up on these issues. There are a lot to talk about, but unfortunately, we've run out of time. Thank you so much for your time with us on the program.
Thank you, Tijesu. Thank you, Eshomomo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, that's our offering from Abuja. It's back to you in Lagos, Veronica and Ibrahim.
Right, interesting conversation there. But I am looking forward to other parties coming in as a formidable opposition even before 2027. But thank you once again.